Mr. Sil Diego, Sales Master. Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Victoria. Hello, everybody. Hello. We have a packed house. This is always fun. Well, I'm going to be presenting about our Atomy marketing and compensation plan. My name's Sil Diego, and let's go. The Atomy income model, it starts and it ends with the products. You heard about many of the products, just a few actually, because we have so many. But our product offering is like this. We have the absolute high quality. You heard all the good technology in there. And when you experience the product, you can tell it's really good, right? Yes. But guess what? It's also the lowest price product. That's unique in the world. Everywhere else, you pay a lot for a great quality, right? Or you pay very little at the cheapest price for the lowest quality. But Atomy offers everybody luxury goods at the lowest price because we want customer success. And customer success is what drives our income. Because when people love the product, they voluntarily reorder. We don't have to push them. We just have to ask them to try the first time, and then they start chasing us down the street. How do I get on my website to order? So the voluntary reordering is what's going to lead to our residual income. And residual income is a wonderful thing, right? We don't have to be at a desk to get our residual income. It's like interest coming from the bank, okay? So Atomy is not a business-driven system. The company doesn't charge all these fees and everything, like even Costco charges me a fee, right? Those people, can you imagine they have hundreds of millions of customers and they charge me $50 a year? They're making more money even if I don't buy anything. And we haven't bought anything because of Atomy. They're stealing $50 from me and my wife every year. But we're not business driven like that. We're consumer driven. The company only makes money if somebody buys the product. And we only make money if somebody buys the product. That's very honest, right? So it's very honest and easy to introduce somebody to Atomy because we're very righteous. You've seen we have all these everyday products, so people need to use them. If they don't, we're not going to sit next to them, right? Most of us have hair, we're going to wash it, right? Most of us still have teeth, we're going to brush our teeth. And there's so many more, as you can see. So they're everyday goods. And as we shop, we are going to receive not only low price, but we're going to receive point values, like a loyalty system. Credit cards have loyalty. Even your grocery store has a loyalty, right? I just heard if I spend $400 at a certain store, I'm going to get a free turkey, right? That's about it. But that's only my $400, right? But Atomy is different. We accumulate PV on our own purchases and other people's purchases. So, for example, everything is on the website, so you can find this. But 5 tubes of that wonderful, highly functional toothpaste is only $17 for 5 tubes. That's $3.40. So we're making out already by saving money, right? But we're also accumulating 2,500 PV. And we'll talk about how that turns into money in a minute. Our Alaska E Omega-3, all the wonderful properties of it, which is important for so many things, for heart health, for brain, all these things, it's only $20.50 for a 3-month supply. Less than $7. Someone was trying to recruit me to this other company. You know how much their Omega-3 was? $42. 1 month supply. 42. Mine is only $7 a month. 6 times more expensive for the consumer. And it didn't have a good quality oil. They couldn't even tell me how many EPA and DHA it had. They didn't even know. So, wow. If you're shopping for these items, you already know that they're great prices. The skincare items in the skincare set you can buy individually for $17 each. That's how I was paying attention with Atomy, because we used to pay about $100 for Shiseido. You've heard the story before if you've been here, but the newcomers. My wife and I used to drive an hour to get our $10 off to get $90. That eye cream is $17. I'm saving $83. And I'm saving, I don't have to buy lunch or pay for gas. I'm saving a ton of money. I didn't even know you could make money when I got 5,000 PV, okay, for each of those. You can buy the whole set for $88, less than one little eye cream. I'm saving a ton of money. How about you? Saving money? Yes. Enjoying the product? 25,000 PV if you buy the set at the lowest price, 88. But because certain times we want extra PV, we can also dish out 159 to get more PV. You'll understand why that is, but that's an option. You can get the lowest price. And one exception, our wonderful product, Hemoheme, has a volume discount. So if you buy one, it's 159, and you'd have 100,000 PV. Or if you buy 4 at a time, you bring the unit price down to $88. And we always do that because we buy together. If we don't need 4 ourselves, we buy it for our family and for our friends, so we always give the lowest price to our partner members. So that sounds interesting, right? We're buying products, it's inexpensive, and we're accumulating money. We actually have our own personal shopping mall, right? How many people have their own personal shopping mall at Atomy already? Almost everybody. If you're new, you're going to have one yourself. And guess what? There's no fees at all. No joining fees, no website fees, no annual fees, right? Did anybody pay a fee? Because if you did, I'm going to spank that person, okay? Okay, it's no fees. And guess what? There's no requirements. You're not required to buy anything at any time. Oh, except once a year, you have to buy at least one item to keep your membership active. And right now, our hand soap, oops, I think it's $3.50. Can anybody afford to pay $3.50 to make a ton of money you're going to hear about? All right. And guess what? There's no auto ship. There's no requirements at all. But guess what? As you and your friends have your own shopping malls, you're going to find out that you have friends in the United States, in LA, and New York, and New Jersey that have their shopping mall, people all over the world. And we're growing into all these countries. And so the difference with Atomy is that when I buy my goods, I'm also giving points to other people. Let's find out about how these PVs turn into money. Anybody want to know how they turn into money? Yes. Real cash? All right, well, let's go. Well, there's 2 big ways to make money in Atomy. One is our general commission. The other is our mastership bonus. Now, you use the same member number. So what usually happens is, like us, we were just members for a year. We didn't even know you could make money. And then when you decide to make money, you don't have to do anything else. You use the same number. There's no fees, there's no obligations, and no investment to make income from Atomy. Does that sound good? Yes. I like it. Let's talk about our general commission. Nothing in life is free, right? So the first thing we have to do is accumulate some personal PV to be qualified to receive some income, okay? Now, how do you do that? Just by your normal shopping. While you're saving money, you are accumulating PV in your personal account. And this is kind of like the new system is you have to have about 300,000 in your account to make your first check. There's another way to do it, but if you're beginning, this is usually the quickest way, and it's the best way that I like because once you achieve that, it sticks for life, okay? So just remember, you have to be qualified first, but don't worry. You're shopping anyway, and you're accumulating those PV. And it's for qualification. You don't make any money yet, but then it never expires either. So that's unique in Atomy. Everywhere else, for any kind of system, for loyalty points like this one, you have resets all the time, right? Every month. Did anybody ever belong to any other kind of MLM type of business? Anybody? Okay, some people in the back. Well, with Atomy, you don't even have to know what that means. There's no resets. Now, once you're qualified, you start to think about your 2 groups because Atomy is a binary system, 2 legs or 2 groups. What that means is that when you join, you came in on 1 leg, okay? And as you know that you can make money, you're going to introduce some friends. And you're going to build up 2 legs, a left group and a right group, okay? This is where we're going to start to make money, okay? Let's see how this happens. People are loving the products, they're buying it, you're buying it, and suddenly you find that your total left group has 300,000 PV. And your right group has 300,000 PV. And you're qualified at 300,000 PV, and that gives you a check of $70. Does that make sense? $70. It's a formula. That's all it is, okay? And then it's calculated daily, but it's paid weekly. And as the volumes increase, the income goes up. So with 700,000 on each leg, $140 a day, and then with 1.5 million, 280 a day, 2.4 million, 420 a day check, 6 million, 700 a day, 20 million, 1180, and finally 50 million on each leg, you'll have $1,400 a day. How good does that sound? Guess what? That's $35,000 a month in residual income. How many people before they came here today are making $35,000 a month residual income? Can you raise your hand? How many people want to leave here someday, which they can, and be making $35,000 a month residual income? I want to see everybody's hand. Why are you here? Okay? That is a lot of money. In fact, in New Jersey, that makes us the 1%. Okay? 1% is about 400,000, so a little shy, but that's amazing to me that we have this opportunity. And guess what? Atomy is very generous to the beginners because the payout rate is highest to the beginners. We pay out at 100% of what you achieve for the beginners, but as you go up the income line, the payout goes down because we want to support the beginners, okay? That's what Atomy is all about. And guess what? These points on your left and your right are not that hard to make because it's the total sum of all the people on those legs. It can be 100 people down, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, even 1 million people down. Even if they only buy one toothbrush, box of toothbrush for $9, that counts towards your group PV. Okay? So that's a very generous thing in Atomy. If you've ever heard about those other types of companies, they're called a multi-level marketing. They stop at like 7 levels. But we have unlimited marketing, so we are a ULM, unlimited marketing. And the points stay there until we make a check. Those other shady companies, every month they reset it. It's like you're a hamster, right? You have to start again and go around and around and you never get the food. But in Atomy, it sits there on those legs until you make a check. How righteous is that? That's wonderful to me. But there is something you have to know. The payout is based on your shorter leg. So for example, if you have 6 million PV on your left leg and you finally hit the 300K on your right leg, are you going to make 700,000 check?
No.
$70 check?
Yes.
Yes, because we're paid out at the lower leg. Why? Because we're not communists. Okay, let me tell you what that means. You know, you come in and you're just a consumer and all these other people are consuming, and then some people are coming to these meetings and they're trying to introduce people, and you're just sitting, you know, at your house brushing your teeth. You haven't done anything yet. But you have all these 0.6 million. Finally, you get off your butt and come here and realize, I better introduce some people and make my second leg. You have to get out and do something. So actually, it's the best of the capitalist system and the socialist system, because you have to get off your butt and be a capitalist. But we work together as a team. And guess what? You know, like I said, all these people below you are buying and they're contributing to you. But you say, hey, that's not fair. Did anybody think that is not fair? Somebody, I see the gentleman here. But guess what? If you're in my line, I've already hit 300K. So where am I buying my next box of Hemoheme and my Skincare 6 system? I'm putting it at the bottom. At the bottom, because it benefits everybody up the line. So that's generous, no? You have to remember that. That's generous, and that's very important to help your other people, your partners and your consumers. So it is a very cooperative type of business. Like I say, it's the best of all the economic systems in one, but it's a generous way to make money, and that's a lot of money. But what else? We also have bonuses. Now, the bonuses are based on our mastership levels, okay? We love to be called masters here, right? And we have 7 levels of mastership. We have our sales masters and our diamond masters and our Sharon Rose masters, star masters, royal master, crown master, and imperial master. And besides sounding great, we get extra bonuses, okay? And guess what? How generous the company is we have another bonus pool for these extra bonus, mastership bonus commissions, mastership bonuses, and guess what? 50% of the bonus pool is given to the first level, the beginners, because Atomy loves you. they love, Mr. Park loves all our beginners, right? So half of the money goes to our sales masters. And then those other, snotty little upper level masterships, they share the other half. But they understand because they love us too, right? They love us too. So what does that mean? So how do we actually do it, okay? Here's the formula, how it's calculated. One way to think about it is that you need 2.5 million PV on each leg to kick in for that check of $70, okay? So what that means is to get that 2.5 million PV, you need 8 times to hit the 300K, okay, on each leg, and you'll get your $70. And because you've hit it 8 times, you receive the general commission of $560. Not bad, right? That's in a 2-week period. But once you hit that $560 and the 2.5 million, guess what? You get a bonus of about $450. And that's during a 2-week period. So you've made $1,000 in that half-week period. Okay? Just do it again and another 1,000. Okay? And that gives you $2,000 a month, which is the level of a sales master. That's our first step to success in Atomy. And it's really the only step to success. And I'll tell you why that in a minute. But this maybe takes time. Because why? Because we don't make any money from recruiting fees. We don't make any money from website fees, from recruiting people. We only make money as people use the product. And why does it take time? Because all of us here at one time were very stubborn people. I didn't want to try certain products. I didn't want to come to the meeting. I didn't want to go to the one-day seminar. I resisted to go to the Success Academy, right? So it takes people time to change their mind. And then they have to change their heart. And then they have to decide that, hey, we're not so bad people, right? We're actually very nice, loving people, right? So that's why it takes time. So it's going to take time at the beginning, but once you reach that, you're going to be called an auto sales master. And an auto sales master means every month, ka-ching, $2,000 in the bank. Next month, ka-ching, $2,000 in the month, right? That's what we mean by residual income. In the old days, if any of us had $2 million in the bank, we could make $2,000 a month in interest income. I don't have that extra $2 million in the bank. How about you?
No.
Anybody? Okay. And don't forget, a lot of the jobs are going away, right? And this is $24,000 of residual income as the first step to success. So that's what our first target is. And then you'll see how that builds up. And guess what? That residual income can be inherited by your children and your grandchildren, or 2 generations down. So 3 generations altogether. So all the work that you're doing, you can leave that to your children. Our children are in trouble. You know why? Robots, computers. They're going to start to replace the truck drivers. 3.5 million truck drivers are going to lose their jobs soon because it only costs $20,000 to put in an automatic robot for them to drive. They're going to lose. And then and then all the taxi drivers are going to lose and all the Uber drivers are going to lose their jobs with those robots. So, and even guess what? The lawyers are losing their job to robots. There's a cloud computer called Ross. It does the work of 4 lawyers. So all these lawyers that studied and paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're not going to have a job anymore either. So our kids, this young gentleman has a future with Atomy. Okay? You are in the right place today, young man. You didn't even know it. But you are. And we have to take care of our kids. And that's why this residual income is so good. So how do we practically do it? I see some people in the back. Well, how do I do it, Sil? Are you thinking that over there? How about you? Are you wondering how can we do it? Let's talk about that very briefly. To get our $1,000 in that half month, guess what? We've calculated it to generate that kind of PV consumption. If you have a loyal consumer that uses about maybe 10, 15 products, depending what they are, every month, they buy 10 or 15 products, they'll generate 100,000 PV. Now, how many people use 5 products a month in here? 5 products? Keep it raised if you use 10 products a month. How about 20 products a month? Keep it raised. See, look at the people. 30 products a month. 40 products a month. 50 products a month. 60 products a month. There are still people. Listen, 60 products a month is like 400,000 PV. So you don't have to do that much. But guess what? We stopped giving our money to Mr. Walmart. Yeah, we did. Because the Walmart family, you know what they have? 3 of the members have $100 billion net worth. That's because I used to shop there to save money. Guess who else has a lot of money? You ever hear of Amazon? Jeff Bezos, you know how much he has alone now? He's worth $70 billion himself, one person. I'm not going to shop on Amazon anymore. I'm shopping only on Atomy. Because you know what he's doing with his money? He's not like Mr. Park who gives it back to us in income. You know what he's doing with all that money? He's building rocket ships. I'm serious. You look it up. He's spending the money on rocket ships. That's what he's doing. But Mr. Park is giving us this money back. So if you just have someone with 10 or 15 products, they're going to generate 100,000. And guess what? All you need is 25 of those people on your left and 25 people on your right to get your first 1,000, 25 again on each side for the second month, the second $1,000. So you need 50 people on each side that consume about 100,000. Those are what we call loyal consumers. And all they're doing is switching the brand to Atomy while they're saving money. And eventually they're going to say, hey, why are you looking so happy these days? Why your skin looks so good? Why you have a bump in your step from hemoheme? Why you're so excited when you come back from the weekly meeting? How about the Success Academy? What's going on with you? Well, I'm in Atomy. They're going to want to come here and join, and they're going to start to want to make money with you. So this is not actually 100 households that you need, because you know what? You're going to have consumer partners. And practically speaking, you may only need 10 of these households, because they're each going to know 10 people. So don't worry about getting 100, right? Just worry about the first 10. First one, actually. Because how you really start this is by yourself. Raise your hand. I'm going to be a loyal consumer. How many people are loyal consumers right now? If you buy Atomy products, there you go. You're on your way to success. Be a loyal customer because you have your own shopping mall. 2, share your testimonials. You heard the people up here, all they did was say how they loved the product, right? How it helped them out. Or listen. You don't have to initiate the conversation, just listen, because I know most of the people I know in my life, you know what they do most of the time? Around lunch or in the morning over coffee? They complain. They complain. They say, I have a sore back. I was out, lifting some things in the garage. They have a sore back, or they were out golfing and they hurt themselves. So all I do is introduce them to the hemoheme. I have a friend who was sneezing for 20 years with allergies. 20 years. He wanted to cut off his nose. You've heard him, Clyde. He's been here. He's on the tape. Hemoheme. Really changed his life. You know, that kind of thing. Or they can't go with you to the movie. Why? I'm broke. Well, come with me. We'll teach you how to make residual income. So share your testimonials and attend the meetings. Guess what? They're free too. Yeah. Mr. Park is great. This is the system. You know, the meetings and the videos, the whole system is all free. And can we really make money in Atomy? I bet some of you newcomers are saying, well, how much, is this really true? How much can I really make? Well, here it is, folks. We can make up to $50,000 a month at the highest level of Imperial Master. I mentioned about the Sales Master. They make $2,000 to $4,000. Diamond, 4 to 10. Sharon Rose, 10 to 20. Star Master, 20 to 40. Royal Master, 40 to 45. Crown Master, 45 to 50,000. But guess what? You don't need those 100 people anymore because they're naturally working on the other people. What you need to do now is be a leader to become the next level and the next level and the next level is to bring people up to the level you were. So to be Diamond Master, you need 2 Sales Masters on each side. Star Master needs 2 Sharon Masters. Imperial Masters need 2 Crown Masters. So now it becomes like a leadership or a teaching business, right? You get to help people for their success, and that's how you work it together. This is the formula, but guess what, folks? There's people in this room. Today we have people up to Sharon Rose Masters. And we have 2 Star Masters in New Jersey that are making $20,000. Jason Shim and just Terry Sun just made Star Master. In Korea, there are Crown Masters. And pretty soon there's going to be Imperial Masters. So we see the evidence that it's working. And guess what? This system is very righteous because all the other companies that you know about or have worked with are like this. What does it look like? It's a pyramid scheme. Yeah. That's General Motors, Hyundai Motors. That's Google. That's Facebook. Definitely it's Amazon. I just told you about that story. So you have a few people at the top making all the money. And the rest of the people make very little. And some of them are working 2 and 3 part-time jobs, right? 2 or 3 jobs sometimes. So that's the old system, and you can never get ahead. We don't blame that system, but that's how it was. So those people who make a lot of money at the top keep making more money. That's the old system. That's the old world, and that's why the world is in crisis right now. That's why this 1% problem is there. And no one has a solution. Usually the only solution they come up with is, guess what? War. Because they spend billions and trillions of dollars. That's what they've been doing the last 12 years. But that's why this Atomy is so inspiring to me. Because Mr. Park, and it's because of his generosity, his personal generosity to share 70% of the profit of the company with the people. That's the difference. That's the difference, because if he didn't share it, he'd be building rockets too. And we'd be all suffering for the rest of the century. But that's what it's so different. So Atomy is different in this way. Mr. Park said, no more pyramid schemes. Let's do the real network marketing. No money in at all. That's why they cheat you. They make all money, and they also make it very hard for you, right? But Atomy, you could see so many ways they make it generous, no resets and that kind of thing. So what Mr. Park did, he said, we're going to make everybody have an equal chance. You don't have to be a star, a good talker, or have a PhD. The common man and women can be successful. It's not a star system. We're going to cut that top off and make a $50,000 a month limit. $50,000 a month is enough in any country to have a wonderful life. You can spend $100 or $200 for yourself and use the rest to help other people. Pay for their education. Pay for a $100,000 hospital bill. Build a nursing home. That's what we can do. That's the power we're going to have because he's cut this off. And guess what? That money that the other people would have earned, because those points are still on their system, they just don't get paid on it. That money goes to the commission pool and the bonus pool. So we are like this. It's not really a rectangle because it's a little, at an angle. But this is going to grow like a rectangle as more people purchase. Okay, we're already at $1 billion, and we're already in 8 countries now. Okay, and we're going to 20, 30 countries. This is just going to grow. Okay, and everybody has an equal chance of success. It doesn't matter when you join. These other systems, if you got in at the beginning, you had an advantage and you were up at that top. You kept being at the 1% of those pyramid schemes. But here it doesn't matter. There's no time limit. You get to keep those points, like I said. It may take some people 5 years, 10 years to get to that $50,000 a month. But you can get there if you keep with it. And guess what? Did we say no fees, no obligations, no investment? Did we say that? Yes. Where else in the world can you get into a business system for no money? And you don't have to pay for the seminars. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, this company. No one else is doing it. They're too greedy. Guess what? There's more. As you achieve the masterships, you're going to get bonuses. Sales Master and Diamond Master, you get some products. Sharon Rose Master, you get a cash bonus of $2,000 kicks in and 2 travel tickets. Star Master, $10,000 one-time bonus and 4 travel tickets. How about Royal Master? Now the bonus goes to $50,000, a car, 4 travel tickets, and a $2,000 a month expense account. That's $24,000 a year in expense account. How about Crown Master? A suitcase full of $300,000 one-time bonus, another car, 4 more travel tickets. You'll be very famous and popular in your family and friends that want to go with you. $5,000 a month spending account. And finally, the ultimate Imperial Master, $1 million. What did I say?
1 million.
Can you say a little louder?
1 million.
$1 million. in cash bonus. And I told you 3 people are close to that. A chauffeur and a driver, how about that? A secretary and an office. No robots, please. Let's help people get employed. What I'm going to do is hire somebody for a year, make them come to the meetings, if they want to, and they can become a millionaire too. And every year have a new person come in, give them an income, and let them become an Atomy consumer. What else? 4 more travel tickets. Are you ready to go to Europe, young man? Why not? $10,000 a month spending account. That's $120,000 a year to spoil your downline and partners. And people are really making this money. We have Royal Masters in Korea. We have a Star Master, Jason and Judy Shim. They got the 10,000. And I have a picture of Terry's son that just didn't make it in tonight. But she just got her $10,000 in cash 5 miles from here on October 25th. So people are earning this. And these Crown Masters got those suitcases of $300,000. So this is real, folks. Look at all this. We have 2 Leaders Club statuses. We have Leaders Club members who make over $100,000 a year, I think. Our Sharon Rose Master back there who is in the Leaders Club, Susan Chang. Yes, she is in that Leaders Club, and Terry San. And now, actually, Terry has to move over. I have to move her picture over after last month because we have Royal Leaders Club that make over $200,000 a year. And guess what? These numbers are from December. And altogether, there were about 300 people. But from what I understand, it's getting close to 400 people. So in just 10 months, this system is moving people up to make real living incomes. And this is the evidence. It happens to those people, but it can happen to everyone in this room, everyone that we know, anyone that we meet on the street, anyone that we find that wants to be an entrepreneur or wants to, have a healthy life. And it all starts by using the products. That's it. That's how simple it is. So I want everybody to be successful and just keep using the products, coming to the meeting, and let's meet all at the top and have a wonderful life together. Thank you very much.